I don't I I I don't know if I've got much more in me in terms of believing in this team. I don't know if it's possible that I can continue to look at what we can accomplish or should accomplish in positive light purely because I don't know what this team is going to bring to the table week in and week out. It's gone to that point. Jets fans are fed up. Um, we're pissed, man. The Jets lose to the Pittsburgh Steelers in embarrassing fashion. 36-15. I was there. It was supposed to be a great weekend for me, a great birthday weekend for me. I only wanted one thing for my birthday: a New York Jets win. Just lose to the Pittsburgh Steelers and make Russell Wilson look like vintage Russell Wilson from Seattle. At this point, this team just finds ways to lose games. It's almost as if like it's the preferred method of approaching these games week in and week out. That I just don't know how this is going to turn out. But it's Patriots week. Jets go to Gillette Stadium to face off against the Patriots. Let's talk about it.
I can do it all, I will never fall. It's the Renaissance, you know that I got the mother sauce. You know I'm the boss, I know what it costs. Have you ever lost? I'm so versatile, yeah, I'm a Renaissance man. I can do it all, I will never fall. It's the Renaissance, you know that I got the mother sauce. You know I'm the boss, I know what it costs. Have you ever lost? I'm so versatile, yeah, I'm a Renaissance man.
Congratulations, brother. Hey.
And here we, man. Yeah, man, it's been a rough week. It's been a rough week. It's one of those weeks where, you go from being hopeful that this team can figure it out. You bring in a Devontae Adams. Aaron Rodgers now has a weapon that he can kind of like is familiar with. He can connect with. You think you're gonna go ahead and see some vintage Aaron Rodgers to Devontae Adams freaking gameplay, and it never happens. Aaron Rodgers looks like he's old, looks lethargic, looks like he's not only lost his step, but he's lost his confidence. His decision making has been terrible. The defense is decimated right now with injuries, but even without the injuries, you got to wonder whether or not these guys are capable at this point. Some of the things that I saw, against the Steelers, man, it's just common sense type plays that they should have been able to make a move. I mean, some of these freaking moon balls, man, that Russell Wilson was throwing to George Pickens, just turn your head around. The cornerback turns their head around, boom. Literally, a couple of them are interceptions. There were some horrible throws, but everything landed the Steelers' way. I think Russell Wilson had one beautiful pass that entire game, and it was the one to Fryermuth, freaking the corner streak that he was running. I don't know, man. It's this team, as talented as it is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how talented that this team is, because at the end of the day, losers are losers. Yeah, man, losers are losers. I think what it is this organization has become so comfortable in losing. They've embraced losing, right? Like that it's just who they are now. Like the fact that Devontae Adams had to come in after one game, right? 5 days being here. After that game, be the person that has to voice how the team had no energy, no enthusiasm, like that the team just wasn't playing like a team is kind of concerning. I'm happy that somebody did it. I'm happy that someone had the balls to go ahead and do it. And again, he stated that he was there early. He didn't feel like it was his place, but in the same token, he wouldn't be able to sleep if he didn't say something, because the time that we have now is significantly limited. Devontae Adams had to be the voice that come in there and said, like, you guys play like bums. You guys play with no energy. You got Breece Hall running for a 50, 60-yard play, and there was nothing on the sideline, no celebration. Like, what are we doing? Why is Devontae Adams having to do that? I thought we had leaders in that building, in the Morgan Moseses, the Tyron Smiths, the freaking CJ Mosleys, the Aaron Rodgers. Like, you think you brought these guys in and they're able to be the leaders in that locker room to get these guys going. And yet Devontae Adams feels like after that game, why is nobody saying anything? There's no way I can sleep tonight if I don't say something. So I'm going to, I just, it's disheartening that it had to be Devontae Adams, but at the same token, at least somebody cared enough to do it. But we're 2-5. We're 2-5. Hassan Reddick is back in the building. Apparently, he's freaking practicing this week, so it's real, it's legitimate. There's no longer this, oh, I'll believe it when I see it. He's in the building right now practicing. He's putting out quotes on Instagram talking about hate me now, love me later. I'ma still do me, or I'ma still be me, or whatever. Right? Like, I guess at this point, I'm agitated because we could have used his help freaking 4 games ago. Would have been nice. Did all this freaking holding out stuff just to wind up coming in for the. I think Jets fans, and I said this last night, so I'm going to say it again. I think Jets fans take this significantly harder than players do. I'm at that game, man, and I remember looking up at the Jumbotron while everybody's doing their terrible towel thing, having a good old time. I'm pissed off. I'm defeated. And I'm looking up, and of course they happen to get a glimpse of Brees Hall just smiling on the freaking bench. He got his numbers. He did his thing, right? So I guess for him that was enough. Just smiling on the bench while we're getting our teeth kicked in. And then it dawned on me, man. Jets fans care more about this team than the players do. We just do. When you think about it, I want to compare it to home ownership, right? When you own a home and it's your house, you're responsible for keeping it clean, for maintaining it. You want to go ahead and update it when you can, right? Upgrade it. You're putting your money into it. You're sweating tears. You're making sure the lawn is maintained. You know what I'm saying? You're keeping pests out of your house. Like, you care about it because it's your house. It's you own it. It belongs to you. You put more time, effort, energy, and love and money into it, right? To make sure you maintain it, cultivate it, and keep it looking right. Now, if you're a renter, you're not putting your own money, your own energy into that property. It's not your house. It's not your property. You're renting it. That's the landlord's problem, not you. Like, you're a renter. You're using it to go ahead and come there. You sleep. You know what I'm saying? You throw your parties. You have your fun. You leave to go to work. And you're working already on the next house you're going to wind up moving into. Like, that's what renters do, right? New York Jets fans are homeowners when it comes to the New York Jets. The players are renters. And that's the only way I can go ahead and compare the two. New York Jets fans are homeowners because we care. We pour energy into this. We're here. We're always trying to make it better. Like, we're gonna be here. Whereas these players, they're temporary. They're temporary freaking tenants, and eventually they're gonna go on their way. They're renters, and they're acting like such. We're stakeholders as Jets fans, man. We're stakeholders, man. And it sucks when people come into your house and they just disrespect it. I don't know if the Jets win this game against the Patriots this week. And I know that's sad to say because the Jets have all the advantages. And if we want to be honest, even Aaron Rodgers playing like he is right now, he's still the better quarterback, the more experienced quarterback, right? So we got the quarterback advantage. We've got the offensive line advantage. We've got the defensive line advantage. We've got the secondary advantage. We've got the wide receiver advantage. We've got the running back advantage. The coaches are still a wash. Both coaches are freaking rookie coaches right now, so that's still a wash. But in terms of advantages, the Jets have them across the board. We just do. We just do. Now, whether or not they figure that out themselves is another story. Because, again, we've watched this team lose 4 games in ways that have just differed week in and week out. If it isn't Aaron Rodgers turning the ball over, it's Greg Zuerlein missing the kick. Or the defense doesn't show up. It's been either special teams, offense, or defense costing us games in different ways. You don't know what to expect now on Sunday. I have no idea. I don't think you have any idea what to expect on Sunday. So ultimately, it's demoralizing. I'm sitting here. I should be confident that we can turn this thing around. The Jets are still in it. We're 2-5. You go on a run. You can potentially finish the season 12-5. You got to win at least 10 games to make the playoffs. So maybe you can only drop 2 more games the rest of the year. You got Devontae Adams in the building. You got Hassan Reddick in the building. The offensive line right now is taking a bit of a hit in terms of losing Vera Tucker, what's new? The dude can't stay healthy. It's just not in him. So Vera Tucker is out right now. So, but you still have so many advantages. Hassan Reddick does make this defensive line better, you hope, right? I'm hoping I'm wrong about him potentially being washed and he shows up and he's prime freaking Hassan Reddick. I hope he freaking goes on a freaking rush this season, dominates, have us celebrating him by the freaking end of the season, and he gets a fat contract somewhere else. I hope I'm praying for that for him. I really want that for him. But it's hard. It's hard to go ahead and believe in this team. I mean, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful but doubtful as to what they'll achieve. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. You're tired. Like at this point, this team has been so infuriating. It's deafening that they're telling us constantly, they're showing us constantly who they are, but we're trying to pretend like we don't see it, that we can see the good in them, we can see how much better they can be. And yet, somehow, some way, man, they continue to show us who they are. I'm tired. I'm embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? This team is embarrassing. I hate the fact that they make the likes of the inept, you know what I'm saying, supposed analysts who do no kind of work whatsoever. They're making these bums look right. And not because those bums know what they're talking about, just because they're LOL Jets. We'll just talk crap about them. They're going to make us look like we're freaking geniuses. And the Jets are doing exactly that. I don't know, man. The Jets go into Gillette Stadium, and I'm going to say they win this game. I'll say they win this game. Why? I don't know. They're rebuilding. The Patriots are rebuilding. They're still trying to figure out who they are. Their coach is talking about how soft they are. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, they are who they're telling us they are. And the Jets seem to believe they're better than they have been playing. So maybe that's going to be the difference maker. Maybe that's how we wind up going into Gillette Stadium, getting this W, sweeping the Patriots for the first time in God knows how long. That in itself would show that this team has a little bit of pride to have this opportunity to sweep this team in what seems like almost 2 decades. Will they do it? That's the big question. I do believe the Jets can't beat, if they are going to win this game, they can't win this game freaking by a field goal. They can't win this game by 1 touchdown. This has to be a convincing win. You are significantly more talented than this team. You've got the Houston Texans the very next week on a Thursday night freaking football. This has to matter. You've got to go ahead and showcase you are a team that's about to go on a run, that you care, right? I'm hoping that Devontae Adams freaking speech to those guys is the spark, right? Like that, maybe that's the Preacher Man moment. I'm talking about Preacher Man from freaking Friday Night Lights when he goes into the half after they're playing Carter in the state championship game. And he talks about y'all playing like some little girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we practice in the freaking, 100-degree heat, whatever. Like, I'm hoping this is the moment where it clicks and this team comes back out and they start showcasing that they are an NFL football team. They are a proud football team. That they're not just representing the name on the back of the jerseys, but the name in the front as well. Because I think that collection of talent needs to start playing like a team in order for us to start seeing the turnaround. If they can't figure that out, man, then it's a wrap. The season's over, and we might as well start looking at more mock drafts, which, oddly enough, I did a couple this week. But I can't. It's too early. I need to see this freaking team go on a run. So for me, I think the New York Jets get this dub. I can't tell you how. I can't tell you that they're going to go ahead and miraculously figure out that their offense should be able to outperform the Patriots defense. I'm not going to tell you that this defense should be able to stifle their offense. I don't know how, but I'm hoping that the Devontae Adams speech sparked something, because the firing of Salah surely didn't. The demotion of Hackett surely didn't. So maybe it took Devontae Adams coming from the outside in to tell these guys, like, get your head out of your ass. We are too good to be looking this bad. Everybody else in the world thinks we're a collection of talent that should be in the contender conversation. And yet somehow, some way, we're playing like we've always played, like the same old Jets. Jets win 21-7. 21-7, the New York Jets win this game. They're 3-5. Doesn't mean anything. But it's a stepping stone in the right direction. And you got the Texans up next week. Thursday Night Football.
You know I'm the boss, I know what it costs. Have you
Yeah.
ever lost? I'm so versatile, I'm a renaissance man.
21-7 Jets. Here's the hoping.
Congratulations, brother. Hey.